Hey everyone, this is John Arnold as Cabigon, and my topic for today that I'm going to discuss is the 1899 Malolos Constitution. So let us first define what is the meaning of constitution. A constitution is an aggregate of fundamental principles or established precedents that constitute the legal basis of a polity, organization, or other type of entity and commonly that determine how that entity is to be governed. So we have the Philippine Revolutionary Government. Emilio Aguinaldo issued a decree on July 18, 1898, asking for the elections of delegates to the Revolutionary Congress. Another decree was promulgated 5 days later, which declared that Aguinaldo would appoint representatives of Congress because holding elections is not practical at that time. He appointed 50 delegates in all, but this number fluctuated from time to time. In accordance with these two decrees, Aguinaldo assembled the Revolutionary Congress at the Brasoyan Church in Malolos, Bulacan on September 15, 1898. The atmosphere was festive, and the Pasig band played the national anthem. After Aguinaldo had read his speech, congressional elections were held among the delegates present. The following were among the most important achievements of the Malolos Congress. In September 29, 1898, ratified the Declaration of Philippine Independence held at Kawit, Cavite on June 12, 1898. Passage of a law that allowed the Philippines to borrow 20 million from banks for government expenses. Establishment of the Universidad de Literatura de Filipinas and other schools. Drafting the Philippine Constitution. Declaring war against the United States on June 12, 1899. The Malolos Constitution. A committee headed by Felipe Calderon and aided by Cayetano Arellano, the Constitution was drafted for the first time by representatives of the Filipino people, and it is the first Republican Constitution in Asia. The Constitution was inspired by the constitutions of Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Brazil, Belgium, and France. After some minor revisions, mainly due to the objections of Apolinario Mabini, the final draft of the Constitution was presented to Aguinaldo. This paved the way to launching the first Philippine Republic. Executive, legislative, and judicial branches, it called for the separation of church and state. The executive powers were to be exercised by the President of the Republic with the help of his cabinet. Judicial powers were given to the Supreme Court and other lower courts to be created by law. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court was to be elected by the legislature with the concurrence of the President of his cabinet. These are excerpts from Malolos Constitution. Article number 3. Sovereignty resides exclusively in the people. Article number 5. The state recognizes the freedom and equality of all regions as well as the separation of church and state. Article 19. No Filipino in the full enjoyment of his civil and political rights shall be hindered in the free exercise of the same. Article 20.1. Neither shall any Filipinos be deprived of the right of expressing freely his ideas and opinions either by word or by writing, availing himself of the press or any other similar means. Article 20.2. Neither shall any Filipino be deprived of the right of joining any association for all the objects of human life which may not be contrary to public morals. Article 23. Any Filipino can found and maintain establishments of instruction of education in accordance with the regulations that may be established. Popular education shall be obligatory and gratuitous in the schools of the nation. So these are just examples of the Malolos Constitution of 1899, but you can search on Google or any internet um, that you can or reliable resources that you can search on the internet. You can see a lot of articles there that was established on the Malolos Constitution. So the first Philippine Republic was inaugurated in Malolos, Bulacan on January 21st of 1899. After being proclaimed President, Emilio Aguinaldo took his oath of office. The Constitution was read article by article and followed by a military parade. Apollinario Mabini was elected as a prime minister. The other cabinet secretaries were Teodoro Sandico, Interior; Baldomero Aguinaldo, War; General Mariano Trias, Finance and War; Apollinario Mabini, Foreign Affairs; Gracio Gonzaga, for Welfare; Aguedo Velarde, Public Instruction; Maximo Paterno, Public Works and Communication; and Leon Maria Guerrero for Agriculture, Trade, and Commerce. The Philippine National Anthem. Aguinaldo commissioned Julian Felipe, a composer from Cavite province, was asked to write an instrumental march for the proclamation of independence ceremony. The original title was Marcha Filipina Magdalo. This was later changed to Marcha Nacional Filipina. The lyrics was added in August 1899 based on the poem titled Filipinas by Jose Palma. The original lyrics was written in Spanish, then to English when the flag law was abolished during the American period. Then later it was translated to Tagalog, which underwent another change of title to Lupang Hinirang. The Philippine National Anthem continued to Filipino-American hostilities. Conclusion of Malolos Constitution. In 1899, the Malolos Constitution, the first Philippine constitution, the first Republican constitution in Asia, was drafted and adopted by the First Philippine Republic, which lasted from 1899 to 1901. During the American occupation, the Philippines was governed by the laws of the United States of America. Thanks for listening. Hope you learned something.